Sophia was 20 years old, a young college student who had always been close to her mother, but lately things had started to change. With exams approaching, group projects piling up, and constant pressure from social media, she had been carrying a storm inside her. Every little thing at home seemed to irritate her, and her mother, being the only one around, often became the target of her frustration. That Sunday afternoon, the house was peaceful. The sunlight streamed through the curtains, and the soft hum of the ceiling fan filled the living room. Her mother called out from the kitchen, "Sophia, please come here and fold the laundry." Sophia, lying on the couch scrolling through her phone, didn't even look up. "I'll do it later," she snapped. Her mother walked into the living room, holding a basket of clothes. "You've been saying that for 2 days now. Please, just help me out. I'm tired." Sophia suddenly threw her phone on the couch and stood up, her face flushed with irritation. "Ugh, stop nagging me all the time. Can't you do it yourself for once?" Her mother froze for a moment, shocked at her tone, before she could reply. Sophia muttered under her breath, "God, you're so annoying." Then, in a burst of anger, she let out a string of curse words, harsh, ugly, and hurtful. The room went silent. Her mother's eyes filled with disappointment. She had tolerated her daughter's attitude for weeks, hoping it was just stress. But this was too far. Slowly, she set the basket down and said in a calm, firm voice, "Sophia, this behavior is unacceptable. I will not be spoken to like this in my own home." Sophia's heart skipped a beat. She had grown up in a disciplined house where respect was important. While she was now an adult, she knew that line had been crossed. "Sit down." Her mother pointed to the couch. Sophia hesitated, suddenly feeling a lump in her throat. She obeyed, lowering herself onto the cushion. Her mother left the room briefly and returned with a wooden paddle, the same one that had hung in the laundry room for years, rarely used but never forgotten. Seeing it made Sophia's stomach tighten. "2 swats," her mother said firmly. "You need to understand that words have consequences. I won't tolerate disrespect no matter how old you are." Sophia's face turned red with shame. She opened her mouth to protest, but couldn't find the words. Slowly, she stood and leaned over the armrest of the couch as her mother instructed. Smack! The first swat landed sharply. Sophia forward, letting out a small yelp. The sting was immediate, burning against her skin. But what hurt more was the humiliation of knowing she had earned it. Smack. The second swat followed, harder than the first. Tears welled up in her eyes, partly from the sting but mostly from guilt. She stayed bent for a moment, breathing heavily, her pride broken. Her mother placed the paddle aside and spoke softly, yet firmly. "Sophia, I love you, but I will not allow you to use such language toward me or anyone else in this family. I raised you better than this." Sophia nodded, tears finally spilling. I'm sorry, Mom. I didn't mean to." "I know," her mother interrupted gently, "but you need to control your words. Anger is no excuse for disrespect." Sophia hugged her mother tightly, her voice shaking. "I'll do better, I promise." From that day forward, something changed in her. Whenever anger rose in her chest, she remembered the sting of those 2 swats and the look of disappointment in her mother's eyes. And slowly, she learned that respect, once broken, hurts far worse than any paddle.